Now I'm pleased to welcome Diving Horse to Camglen Radio. Welcome, everybody.
Hi there.
Hello.
Now, we'll get a chance to chat, but you're going to play live for us as well. But could somebody, first of all, maybe introduce the members of the band? Who do that?
Sure, I'm Gavin. I'm the vocalist. Kieran is the other vocalist. We've got Chris on drums and keys, Louise on bass, and Mark in front of me here plays the guitar.
Right. Now, the band Diving Horse, then, how did that all come about? How did it happen?
Yeah, it was. I think there had been a bit of a discussion around lockdown. That's how long ago it was. And Mark and I had decided, post restrictions, to get together and try and write some songs. And Chris, the drummer, is my brother-in-law. Louise is like one of my oldest friends from school. Chris, we picked up in other bands and stuff like that. And Kieran's a colleague of Mark's. So I think everybody was just desperate to get back into making music again, and consciously do it in the room together as much as we could after having such a long period of sitting in the house and maybe doing it remotely. So that's how the band kind of came around, and that was really around 2023, I think, where we had like a set of songs that we could play.
And all doing other things, been musicians for a while, all doing other things in the past?
Yeah, I was in a band with Mark called Static Future and with Louise. We were teenagers. That was a long time ago. MySpace days. Chris, he had an album out with his band. Chris Kerr has some solo stuff out and has played in bands, and Kieran was in a band based in Edinburgh called We See Lights. So we've all been about, really, yeah.
And the last thing before we get you to play live, then, Diving Horse, how did that become the name?
Well, I think it was really a democratic decision, which proves why democracy doesn't work. But the way I like to say, it's a Simpsons joke. There's a reference in The Simpsons to this old American kind of vaudeville show where they used to literally get horses to jump off the diving board into a swimming pool. And the way I quite like to imagine it is you've got this majestic creature, but it's like doing something that you wouldn't expect it to, or it's like sort of out there. So that's like kind of mixture with the silliness and with something quite impressive.
We'll ask about songwriting, but we'll come to that first. So what are you going to play for us first?
So this first song is the first track off our vinyl that we've just had out, and it's called 5 After Dark.
Right, whenever you're ready to go then. Thank you very much. We've been playing that one on our daytime playlist, so obviously was that released as a single then, is that?
Yeah, just at the end of June it came out, the 26th.
What's that one about?
I like to describe it as a kind of a vibes-based song. I'm not really sure. Kieran kind of took the lead on the lyrics, and I was sort of just responding to what her verse was. So I think I think of it as more of like a kind of mood rather than about something. I don't know what you think.
No, I don't think it was about anything in particular. It was just about something that I had started off as a poem actually, and just kind of liked the rhythm of the words, and put it into a song. Yeah.
So we're talking about songwriting then. So who does the songwriting? How does it all happen?
I think it works best when we're all bringing something to it. Some of the remote techniques that have kind of stayed from COVID is like someone does a demo in the house and we upload it to the drive, and then everybody will have a listen to it, take it into the rehearsal room, pull it apart. They'll take it home. One person will then mess about with it, and it kind of all just mutates into something until eventually you have a finished song.
Mutates is a lovely description.
Yeah, well, I think that's kind of what it is like. It's kind of like, the gestation, and before you know it, like, it's completely changed, but it's with the input of everybody else, it's turned into something that you didn't imagine, and it's much better, and it's, we're all better together than the sum of the parts kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like to say the magic how it happens when you're all in the room together, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah, much more elegant.
Sounds more than mutated.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the ideas, how do you know what's the core of a song? Is it melody first, or is it lyrics? You mentioned poetry there as well. How would it start?
I think it's probably different for all of us. For me, I'm writing lyrics, so I'm just kind of thinking of melody and rhythm and stuff like that, and the kind of the rhythm of the lyrics. But then I know that the other guys, they will kind of maybe come up with a hook first of all for the song, or a riff or something, and it'll all kind of be built around that.
Yeah, like I'll have normally about 25 seconds of a chorus, and that just stays with me, and I'm like, I need to get this down. So eventually when you find some time, I'll just put that together quickly and send it in over the course of a night. Whereas Chris, he'll kind of do like a full instrumental on the keys and send it in, and you can kind of work it and trying to think of lyrics or how you're gonna interact with the song. So it's like very different, I think, depending on who's sticking in each idea.
So would there be quite a bit of work done then before you come into the rehearsal room then?
Oh yeah, I think so. We used to do. We're kind of very business, like business Zooms, dealing with the admin, the plans, as well as trying to focus on the music. And I think the way I would look at it is that we come in and we're kind of ready to work. Because it's time limited, we make sure that each rehearsal that we've got is productive, because sometimes you have to wait a while between a session or whatever. So yeah, I think there's kind of lots going on in the background before we do get together.
How often do you get together?
It kind of fluctuates. I'm thinking most recently we were playing in stereo, and it was like our headline show, so we wanted to do a good job of it. So we were in like once a week for a couple of months. Sometimes it can be once a fortnight, depending on where the priorities are sitting at that moment in time.
And subject matter, is there anything particular that you end up singing about?
What do you think? Have you got in, Kieran?
Oh, heartbreak, obviously.
Heartbreak.
Love, heartbreak.
See, I normally try and avoid that side of things, but I think the things that I sing about and the next song is about, more inclined to write about like kind of weird, abstract subjects.
Yeah, but I quite like that though, because I think it kind of becomes a bit more challenging as well, if from like a lyrical point of view. If you're trying to write about something that maybe you're not as familiar with, you kind of have to do a bit of thinking and digging. I like it.
And the physical side of the poetry or the chorus or whatever, are you coming up with these ideas all the time, in the middle of the night? Is it written down? Is it voice notes? How does that take place?
Yeah, I'm voice notes.
Yeah, I'm voice notes, but I'm also my notes on my phone as well, and I'll write. And I've also got about a million different wee books. I've got one in with me. It's my son's jotter, and it's full of lyrics that I'll just scribble down. If I've got a bit of paper nearby, I'll just write something down if it's in my head.
Yeah, normally, like, if we're just going to sleep and the light's about to go out, I'll just shift over in bed and it'll be a case of dee, 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 or whatever. But it's like, what are you doing? Like, just, it's the process. Just let me work.
And the musicians, is there an acoustic guitar line next to the bed, or a small keyboard next to the bed for these ideas that come up at any time?
Keyboard next to my bed.
Yeah. These ideas will pop up at the most inconvenient moments, won't they?
Oh, absolutely. You just need to be ready to get them, I think.
What about another song for us?
This song's called You and I, the Universe.
Right. Whenever you're ready, then.
Thanks. You and I, the universe, I don't know how to say, just empty space. We're floating around. You and I, the universe, I don't know how to say, it's just empty space. We're floating around. And I would collide with you. I would collide with you. I've fallen down and my head hit a wall of sound. It felt like an accident, but it meant I was out of it. I came back to town again, and I could see everything. I could feel everything, and it's like that when we pretend. I can't keep protesting my innocence. I can't keep protesting my innocence. You and I, the universe, I don't know how to say, just empty space. We're floating around. You and I, the universe, I don't know how to say, just empty space. We're floating around.
Thanks once more.
Thank you.
And has that song got a message? Is there anything in that one?
Well, that song was inspired by the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. So it's
Right.
like a story, and then the song, this guy falls down and hits his head on the ground, and he can then see and be part of every universe and dimension.
Yeah.
And it alienates him from his partner. So that's what that one's about. high concept stuff, of course.
As individuals, and obviously you said, about experience behind you and that as well, what's your influences? What do you all bring to the band? I guess I always think that the best bands have a mixed range of influences, so what have we got in the room?
Yeah, I think with the six of us, that's definitely true. Or Chris, our drummer, I think you're a prog guy, aren't you? Who's that, like Rush? Is that a prog band?
Yeah, I'm a prog band, yeah.
Kieran, I don't know
I'm
what-
quite. I quite like country. I was always into country.
Country.
Like kind of your classics, Emmylou Harris, Dolly Parton, obviously, like all the kind of the female heroes out there. And then just kind of some more modern sort of folky stuff as well.
I only watch Stop Making Sense by Talking Heads. That's all. That's my music. That's about. How about you guys?
I think early days I'm like Radiohead and LCD Sound System kind of inspired by. So.
Yeah, I think we had an idea that we were going to be this kind of dance punk band, but with all the different influences, we've kind of veered into like a little bit more of a pop thing. But it has that little, that little thing to it. I think where you can tell that there's a bit of new wave or kind of that punky thing to it.
And what about the other Chris?
East Prague. What about
Oh,
you?
sorry, what the
I grew up listening to the Strokes and the White Stripes, basically.
right.
So that was where I
So
learned
guitar bands.
Yeah, they're all coming back now as well. So
Yeah. Yeah, how much money have Oasis made
Oh yeah.
over the weekend or
absolutely.
whatever? Yeah, but that'd be a nice place to be, wouldn't it? What about the album then? As a concept then, did that happen early days with the band, or did you just get to a point where you say, we've got enough songs for an album? How did it happen?
Yeah, we had. Really, I think we started from the point of view where we always wanted a vinyl. That was like an ambition. So we'd been putting the songs out steadily, and we thought we were, quite proud of them and we're happy with them. But they seemed to be doing not bad on Spotify and the streaming sites. So we kind of collated them, and that's where the idea for the vinyl came in. And 5 After Dark was obviously the final song that we'd written. So we were like, okay, well that's going to be the latest single, and then we can kind of tie it in with the release of the vinyl. So that we kind of brought them out both at the same time almost, at the end of June, beginning of July.
Did you just have a launch night? Did you have a gig for the launch?
Yeah, we played Stereo on the 4th of July, headlining it, and we always loved that venue. It's like we headlined it as well in August 23.
That was for our first single, wasn't it?
That was, we launched our 3 singles there, and it's always just been like a really good atmosphere. The people are great, the staff are great. If you can get a crowd in, it's a great, atmosphere. So we had a great time that night.
And we'll talk about gigs then, and if you've got anything coming up, and maybe get back in the studio or whatever. But let's have another song from you first, if you don't mind.
Sure, this song.
This is a. I'll do a wee bit of chat whilst Gavin gets his guitar tuned up. So this is another new one. This isn't on the vinyl at all. This is just one that we've kind of. We've got about 3 new songs I think we've been working on that will hopefully go towards an album or something like that in the future.
See, when we talk about an album, I mean, they do take time to put together and that, and then obviously to release as well. So when had you kind of concluded you had all the tracks and that for the album? When was that?
So the vinyl that we've got out at the moment is more kind of an EP than an album, but we do have plans for an album as well at some point, probably next year, hopefully. We've got a wee trip away, a writing retreat at the beginning of September. No drinking, no naughty stuff, just head down, focus, writing the songs. But I think with that one, it was just once all the singles were out for the EP that we kind of thought that it would be really good to kind of release it as an entity in itself.
Yeah, and the vinyl and me being old school and that as well, it makes such a difference, doesn't it? Even the artwork, everything's so much better, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Or like having lovely big cover.
Tactile.
Yeah, and we've got our lyrics inside it, like, you know, brand new photographs and stuff. I think we're all really proud of it, and it's lovely to have it there.
Right, what's this song called then?
So this song is called "I Could Have Told You," and as I said, it's brand new. So we'll see how it goes.
Right, when you're good. Well done again. There's a single in that one.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely. So, gigging then, is there plans? Is there anything in the pipeline?
Yeah, we've got 2 confirmed. So we're playing the Bigger Little Festival on the Sunday night, which is the 26th of October. And announcement time, we've got a gig at Nice and Sleazy's on the 19th of December, which may or may not have a kind of vague Christmas theme. We're looking to sort out some dates in Glasgow, Edinburgh and Dundee in November, but we're kind of still tying that up a little bit. So plenty of stuff to come. We've got vinyl to shift, so...
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And people do want to support you, don't they? I mean, that's how they can actually put money. Shekels in your pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Spotify doesn't help at all, does it?
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, John McMaster was in there and we were talking about Oasis. Obviously, he'd been to the Oasis concert and that, and how young people get engaged with music now and everything's at their fingertips, which is a good thing, but it doesn't help you as the artist, does it?
No, I think, as you say, it's a good thing that it's at the fingertips, but to me, and maybe this is old man yells at cloud, but it just doesn't really seem to mean the same as it used to. Mark talks about the Strokes and the White Stripes. You'd be at 3 gigs a week. These bands would have their albums out. There'd be the NME tours and whatnot, but that kind of cultural, it's not a movement, I guess, but the cultural grouping where people all like the same things and it's all really split apart. I mean, I don't think that's an original thought, but you definitely notice it, I think.
And I've been on this planet more than all you guys in there, I guess. And back in the day, it was you'd sign a record deal, and I don't think that was quite the be all and end all as well. It was actually you ended up in debt to the record label, and then they dictated very much. I mean, you're creative people, so they, if somebody's telling you need to do this by this time and do that, it does stifle your creativity. So I guess you guys, for the love of it, and this is not going to be making you superstars, is it? And the Rolls Royces.
Well, never say
well,
never.
You never know.
Yeah. But you can be, obviously you can be totally creative, and you charge your own destiny, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And we manage it all ourselves. We arrange the vinyl ourselves. That's what all the Zoom meetings are for, because we're trying to get something to happen, and it's because we love doing it that we want it to. So we're kind of, you put that work in and you get it back through the people that come and see you, or your own vinyl that you've got on your wall, and what I would call them achievements.
Yeah.
So that's why we do it.
And as a musician as well, you want to create that song, and then once you've released that album or you've recorded it and you've got it down, then it's there for posterity, and you move on, and it allows you to move on to writing more songs, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think in this band as well, what I'm really happy with is the fact that I just think we're getting better. I think we are better than the sum of our parts. I can see the difference in the way the songs are evolving. The next, kind of batch of songs, I think, are all a lot more ambitious. They're a lot more, they're kind of more about something. We've got our idea about where we want to go with it. So, we're kind of, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I think we're kind of like in it for the long haul a little bit here, which I'm really happy about.
If it works, of course.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like free therapy.
Free therapy, yeah.
Well, it's not free, I suppose.
Free therapy and Simpsons quotes.
Yeah. You laugh, but music is therapy, and having a hobby is is therapy, and having engagement, out with your working hours and stuff like that. It does keep you alive and well.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
it's like kind of fulfills the soul, and I think it helps make you like a whole person, really, that kind of creative thing. And what I like about it is, when you shut the door in a rehearsal room or whatever, you're focusing on that thing that you're working on, which is, a kind of creative idea. There's a problem to be solved, or a sound to be found somewhere that's going to tie it all together. And, you wait for those moments where you get it. And when you do, that's what keeps you going back.
Another song for us?
Yeah, this next song is called I Don't Need the Lord. It was out in May 2024, and it's also on the vinyl.
That has been in our playlist as well, so we did play that.
Thank you very much.
Have you been working with Derrick Mackinnon through all this period, have you?
Yeah, Derrick helped us with I Don't Need the Lord and 5 After Dark, yeah, and we've been working with him on a few gigs and whatnot. So we played the Poetry Club in November. That was an off-axis show. We played Sleazy's in November or December as well, I think, and that was off-axis. And I'm kind of the Hug and Pint, and I'm always, I kind of now always like, all right, Derrick, we've got a new song. What do you think of this? You're going to help us out?
Yeah, he knows his stuff. That's for being honest. Right, what's this one then?
This is I Don't Need the Lord.
Yeah, whenever you're ready then. Thank you. Well done again.
Oh, thanks so much.
Now, is there any behind that song at all?
I think.
But Harry Kane.
Is it? The way this song, I imagined, it was about someone who was moving to a new city, and they were finding their people like in on the dance floor in the nightclubs, and they were like, I don't need the Lord kind of means like I don't need the old parochial.
Way of doing things.
Yeah, and they were finding their own identity in the big cities and the clubs, yeah.
Now, we mentioned the albums out there, but let's get people onto that. So what's your socials then? Where should people be looking to buy the music, find out about gigs and stuff?
So we do have our own website, which is just www.divinghorse.co.uk, and all the links to all the socials and the Bandcamp and everything's there. So that's where we're selling the vinyl, through the Bandcamp.
Yep.
And yes, and we've got Instagram, we've got Facebook, we've got Threads as well, I think, although I don't really update Threads very often.
Yeah, and all the handles for all of those profiles are just at Diving Horse Band. So if you find us, you'll find us on Instagram at Diving Horse Band, TikTok as well,
Yes,
and
don't
Facebook.
forget about TikTok.
And we're on all the streaming platforms.
And our YouTube channel's got some stuff.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we do have all the videos on the YouTube channel, which are actually quite a lot of them are on the website too.
That's just about a full set apart from TikTok.
Yeah, we've got TikTok too, but we just we're really old, and
Yeah, I wouldn't know where to find it. Yeah.
I'll get my kids to do it.
Going forwards then, studio time, recording these new songs, is there a timeline? Do you envisage something?
I think we're being quite ambitious with it, and we want to have our album out at some point next year.
Mm-hmm.
We've got quite a big batch of songs, and I think the guys were saying earlier, we're going away for a weekend in September. It's going to be like
To write more?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and try and develop some of the stuff, and kind of boot camp this stuff out. 12-hour days, minimum bathroom breaks. We'll get all this. We're going to hammer it
It's
out.
that slog being a diving horse, isn't it?
Absolutely.
He's a tyrant.
Yeah.
Works as.
But ideally, I would like to be in the studio kind of maybe early next year, and getting in there and breaking them apart again and getting them produced and recorded, and hopefully we'll have our album out next year.
Yeah. I think we've all enjoyed the recording process, because I think for us, a lot of the songs that we've done, we've kind of thought we had them finished, and then we've taken them to record them, and actually found that there's more to build on and more to do.
Yeah.
It's definitely a very creative part of the process as well, the recording element.
I do. I speak to bands occasionally, and I talk about tinkering, and I guess you as an artist, you have to cut it off at some point. Now you could tinker with the songs forevermore, couldn't
Yeah.
you? So I guess you have to get them down at some point, and then again get back writing.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's it completely. When you have a set amount of studio time, and it's actually quite good to have those limitations on it, I think, because it does force you, and I think it also increases heightens the creativity somewhat in the right situation. It'll take you down that road that you maybe wouldn't have gone for, and it's like kind of, well, this is it, isn't it? And I think in our case, more often than not, it's turned the corner on something and made it better. So absolutely, you don't want to tinker it to death, but you want to have that space as well to make it evolve and hopefully improve it.
I've got to thank you for doing this. These things just don't happen, and there's a lot of equipment that has to get humped upstairs and stuff like
No,
that.
thank you,
and
guys.
the sound guys have got to pull it together as well, and we've got a tight wee studio in there, but you've done a grand job, so once again, thanks for doing that. It's
thank
indulging me. I always think it's an indulgement for me, because I really enjoy getting the bands in, and the chat as well, just to find out what goes on behind the scenes, and a bit about the songwriting and stuff as well, so it's always very interesting.
No, thank you. Always happy to have an opportunity to talk about ourselves.
Well, you don't get that at a gig, I guess, do you? It's very much move on to the next song, isn't it?
The audience don't put up for it.
Yeah, they walk out after the first song. No. You got one more song for us. What have you got?
This song was the first single that we had out in 2023. It's called Big Sands.
Right, whenever you're ready.
behind me on the land. I looked out to the ocean ahead and blue, and deep thoughts of you. These are big sands. These are big sands. Stood there, I heard voices below telling me I was too high and to join them on the floor. But I had a strange feeling I couldn't turn away. On top of those big dunes, I knew I couldn't stay.
Thank you very much again. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
I'll try and catch you live as well. I'll just get you a few things lined up, so I'll try and get along and catch you live.
Brilliant. No,
And good luck with the writing weekend as well, and come back in next year when the album's released. You could do that as well.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having us.
Yes.